So low or so high?
Yeah, hi.
Hello? We're live.
Hi. Oh, yeah, I always forget it. This is a recording, so.
No one's here yet.
But people will watch it.
Yeah, so let's just cover real quick before people are here. Our meal prep course is open forever now, so you can join that. It'll be linked in the description of this video.
Yes, it will.
And if you guys are like curious about what it is, if you try one of our meal preps that are on YouTube, it's kind of like that. So check those out. A lot of success. A lot of people are having success with it. We set up all the macros for you, the meals. We have videos on how to cook everything. Check it out.
Yeah.
Also, so every once in a while, Mega just hits me with like a real amazing joke that just.
Are you going to tell them what I just said?
I'm not going to tell you the joke, but it was really funny. She just continues to amaze me.
Thank you, babe.
She's really funny sometimes.
I'm the funny one in the relationship for sure.
I think you are.
You're the technical one.
You just ate sweet potato tots. They were delicious, but now I feel horrible for eating them. Don't feel horrible.
Don't feel horrible. I mean, digestively, if you feel horrible, that's one thing, but don't mentally punish yourself.
Bounce back.
We have tried jicama. We made fries out of them and tortillas. Both incredible.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, this is very impromptu. It's
Sunday night.
Sunday night, and we were like, go to a movie or a YouTube live, and we chose this.
Yeah, we want to see the movie Dunkirk, but Mega doesn't really want to see it. I kind of really want to see it.
Well, I mean, you can't base it on anything because I haven't seen the previews.
Oh, Heather was snapping her keto dessert to us this afternoon. We are in the U.S. We're in Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta.
Yeah, we watched Jason Whitrock's live video. At the end, he said we forced him to do it, and because he's such a natural like talker.
Yeah, he's incredible.
He's perfect for live videos.
He said we were gonna release a video.
No, at the end of his live, he said ketoconnect made me do live stream.
Yeah, but did you see what that person said too?
Oh no! What else?
Oh my God, where? He said you were going to release a video. Super excited for it. You mean podcast? Maybe you mean podcast.
Yeah, we recorded a podcast with him.
And it was a great podcast. Like, I'm doing the editing, and when I'm thinking through it, I just, like, I don't know what I'm going to edit out. Because it's all just so fascinating, informational, and, like, fun.
Yeah, he's just has so much good info. Because we're just learning from him, too. So, like, just tons of value in the podcast.
Yeah, so you guys are going to get a ton, too.
Talks bodybuilding, gaining muscle on keto, his approach to keto.
Where he's at right now, his goals. He talks about his family, too, which is also great because he has a little baby boy. We all love that.
Tips for beginners on keto. I like to just keep it really simple to start. And even now, when I'm doing optimally, like when I'm eating my best, when I'm performing my best, it's really just like the same meals every day, just like becoming a machine. I say this is the thing I've started saying lately now. I'm a machine every time I start eating because I just don't want to care so much about food. I just want to be a machine.
But that's not an easy approach for most people. So other tips for starting are, become a machine in the sense like focus on your diet. Like, don't let the little things like, sugars just that you realize were in this ketchup and you've just eaten. Like, don't let those
Don't worry
things,
about that.
like, break you down. Just keep pushing forward. Do some research on your own. I think that'll help you understand. Hey, AGG.
What's
podcast
up?
called Podcast for Keto for Normies. We actually did a podcast with AGG too. Anti-Gravity Gains. Go check him out if you guys have not.
His YouTube channel. We go way back.
His muscles defy gravity.
How to use ghee. We like to use it the same way you would use butter, but where you can't really use butter because butter has a really low burning point.
So coconut oil.
So coconut oil or ghee. We like cook eggs in ghee. We usually cook steak with ghee.
Steak, so because ghee goes very high heat, you can just you can rub meat down before you put it in the oven, like you would olive oil.
Sometimes I even rub you down in ghee.
Well, I'm Indian, and Indians only use ghee.
That's true.
Well, keto will make your cholesterol numbers go up. So we have not personally checked our cholesterol, so we're not sure on our own end, but a lot of people have reported that it does.
Oh, when initially starting keto?
Yeah.
But then it tends to normalize.
drop
afterwards. Yeah. And the theory on that I've heard is when you're starting keto, you're eating a ton of fat, a ton of dietary fat, and you're still using glycogen, glucose for fuel. So that can cause a rise in cholesterol. But once your body starts using fat for fuel, it normalizes, like after a couple months. Did you guys know KetoConnect is the first result on Google when people search for keto recipes? I did not know that, but I do check our Google rank a lot. How do you feel doing this full-time job, and how does it feel being a celebrity? I don't think we're celebrities at all.
We're not celebrities by any means. We're normies, and that's why our podcast is called Keto for Normies. But we love doing it full time.
It's great.
Sometimes it feels like work. I'm going to be honest. But most days, like, I get to wake up and cook and bake. And that's what I'm good at. I get to
Wake and bake.
Yeah, no. I get to engage with you guys and make videos and walk my dog and go to the gym whenever I want.
Some things are actually like legit work. Like making this cookbook is going to be a job, 9 to 5.
And just like editing, we like to do it, but like it's not like fun. It's very tedious for me, at least. I'm just starting to edit things.
Do you have cheat days? No, we don't really believe in the whole concept of cheat days, or at least I don't. Like, what is a cheat day? You're just cheating yourself. You're slowing your progress. I have somewhere I want to get to, and I want to get there as fast as possible. If you're going to have a cheat day, in my opinion, it should be like something you plan out. That's like maybe like a carb up. That's fine. But like just a cheat day, I don't really subscribe to that.
Yeah. And for me personally, I know that like if I did it once and I didn't have any issues doing it, I would be willing to do it more frequently. So for me personally, it's more of a slippery slope thing. That's why I don't do them. But yeah, if you like know next weekend you're going to have a big outing, brunch with your girls or something, and you decide to like plan that as like a carb up or, you know, just a meal where you can be lenient a little, that makes sense to me. I personally just wouldn't call that cheating because I know what I'm going to do. I know how it'll affect me. And yeah, a little weight gain, a little water retention. Those are things you have to remind yourself will happen. So don't like panic if you do that.
Where do you want to get to? I think we both want to be higher body weight, lower body fat. We both want to get some gains.
Yeah, I wish I was in the phase where I wanted to be higher body fat.
Yeah, I mean, does anyone?
I'm just kidding, obviously.
Please do a keto edible marijuana video. I don't think that would go over well with a majority of our viewers.
And that aside, we can't get marijuana.
Also, I've never made an edible from scratch, so we would be like doing a lot of testing.
I have. Carb ups,
nice
yes.
Guns.
Cheat equals bad. Psychology, right. So AGG is absolutely right. When you say like cheat, it's like the way you think about it, the way you phrase it. It all plays into how you go about doing it. Thanks. My guns are getting bigger.
As soon as I put anything in my mouth, even water, I start bloating. Any suggestions?
I'm sure that's not true, Sandra.
I've never heard of that.
It's absolutely... I mean, I think, you know, bloating...
Oh, AGG... Oh, go ahead.
No, for me, like, I noticed actually lack of bloating, like, on my period on a keto diet, but the times I do notice bloating are like when I have a really like most of my calories come in one meal. I notice a lot of bloating. So
Same.
Maybe it's the times you're eating and the amount you're eating per times. Change it up.
AGG just watched Generation Iron based on our recommendation. That's a good movie. It's about bodybuilding.
Did you like it? It was so good. Kai Green did not have... Is that the Kai Green one?
Yeah. Kai Green, Phil Heath.
He didn't stand a chance when I looked at them side by side.
Getting calories up got me out of a stall. And yeah, this is the same theory with like a calorie cheat day or a carb up. There seems to be like... When I first started keto, I was very against this whole concept. But doing more and more research, it seems like there's maybe something to having one day per couple weeks of a super high calorie day just to like jumpstart your metabolism. Because your metabolic rate starts slowing the longer you're in a calorie deficit. So there seems to be some logic to that. It just, the mental aspect of it is like, can you do it once and then cut it out? Or is it like a thing that you're going to want to keep on?
Right. And then a lot of people struggle with the next day following a cheat day or a cheat meal. It could feel like you have a really bad hangover. So that's just something to be wary of. I just ate some shelled peanuts, and I made a huge mess all over my desk and my pants.
You did? Oh, with the peanut shells.
Yeah, what did you think?
Have you looked into Whitrock's cyclical keto with planned refeeds every week or 2 weeks? So yeah, we actually interviewed him for the podcast. He sent us his program. We checked it out. I would say definitely check it out if you guys are interested.
Yeah.
He did say he's gonna modify it. He's not really into the refeeds as much, or he says just like listen to your body. He's a very intuitive guy, and I'm on board with that. I just feel like a lot of people's intuition is so like modified at this point where their intuition is wrong. Like if you're severely overweight, you haven't exercised a lot lately, like it's tough to just listen to your intuition and do the right thing. There's going to take some amount of like change and just like
discipline.
Yeah. So, but yeah, his plan has, it's either every once to third week refeed. I get so flustered sometimes when I'm trying to get things out.
Are you working on a book? Yes, we are working on a cookbook. Early stages, but we're working with a great publisher. We have a lot of autonomy, which we are pleased with, and we're gonna put in like all our big hitter recipes and then like 70 to 75 new ones, maybe even more, like 80 new recipes.
It's gonna be over 100, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be over 100 total, but you guys are gonna get a lot of new stuff.
We have some really good ones.
Yeah.
We have not tried Costco's protein bars. A lot of people ask us about those. Those are made with tapioca fiber. Quest bars are made with soluble corn fiber. A lot of people seem to... I read Reddit a lot, and a lot of people...
Oh, now we have Costco membership.
Yeah, we'll try them. A lot of people are into those, and they say they don't impact their insulin much.
Hello in England.
I don't know what you mean by elimination issues. Did you have elimination issues during your 96-hour fast?
Bowel movements.
Oh.
Like pooping.
I wasn't like as regular as normal because I wasn't eating food, but I didn't consider it an issue. I just thought that
I actually was normal. Like I didn't have like constipation during or after by any means. We drank a good amount of water.
Breath alcohol tester breathalyzer for keto. I don't know what that means.
What do you do about keto breath? I'm the right person to ask because Matt sometimes just generally has bad breath, but he had keto breath. I actually never experienced it, luckily. A lot of people just chew gum, but it'll come and then it'll go. Like, it's, right? It was his body adjusting, and that's what I've generally seen is what'll happen.
Yeah, I think it's like the acetone in your breath is like a byproduct of ketosis. What to do about it? I don't know, just like what you do about bad breath in general. Yeah. Using a breathalyzer to check ketone levels. We have a breath ketone meter. It's not like something we highly recommend, but we have it. We use it once in a while. Not the most accurate thing, but it definitely tells you something. It's just the type of thing that you have to use a lot. So you're like we used it during our 96-hour fast. So we're like, when we haven't eaten in 4 days, it shows this number. And then like after a day where we maybe eat like 40 grams of carbs, we test it and it shows this number. So now we kind of know what the numbers means, but it takes a long time of using it to figure that out.
Yeah.
And know like what the numbers translate to with your own body.
The most recent mug cake calls for half a cup of almond flour. How would you measure if you used coconut flour?
2 tablespoons.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. 1/8, right? Because 1/4 to 1 cup.
Everyone asks always like the ratio to substitute. It's usually like 3 times to 4 times more almond flour, but it's not guaranteed to come out
right.
well.
So you can try it, but like we haven't tried it. Just a heads up.
So really the goal with the blood tester is to test for a while to get a baseline, then only use it when you're experimenting. Well, no, you can actually get a tester that tests your blood ketone levels, and that just tells you straight up what your blood ketone levels are. We don't have that. We have a blood glucose tester, though, and then we have the breath ketone meter. But yeah, the blood ketone meter is your best, most accurate bet.
You guys, have you guys tried physical yoga training? Matt?
Do you have dyslexia? You always read things weird like that.
I said, have you guys tried for physical training? Oh.
Yoga for physical training.
Yeah, maybe I do have dyslexia. Go on.
I've tried it. I'm not good at it. I like just lifting weights and running.
I don't have the patience for yoga. I've done like Pilates and like bar, which is like upbeat yoga, but still zero patience. And I don't like classes. I like to just get in, get out, do my thing.
Breathing exercises? I'm very into breathing. I like meditating as much as possible. When I'm at my best, I do it every day, but I slack off a lot.
Can I use graham crackers in a crust in the cheesecake?
Yeah, that same recipe.
No. I think they're just asking about graham crackers.
I thought she was talking about our graham cracker recipe.
Maybe.
The graham cracker recipe we have would work pretty well for a cheesecake crust.
That's a great idea. I never thought about that.
How do you keep your metabolism from slowing down while fasting? That's actually one of the benefits of fasting is it doesn't slow your metabolic rate as much as calorie restriction alone does. So there's a good graph, Dr. Fung, I believe, is the one who ran the study where he shows a 4-day fast and actually on like day 3, your metabolic rate is higher than on day 1. So yeah, it's metabolic sparing.
Favorite source of fiber? Mine is broccoli.
Favorite source of fiber? Mine is probably avocados.
How do you feel while you ran when you did the 96-hour fast?
Not great. I ran super slow for like 1.5 miles. Now I want to see this brown eyes guy's question because he complained about us
Just
skipping.
re-ask. We're not intentionally skipping over anyone's, guys.
Can you guys do more meals for just one serving? That's the question. I don't even know what that means.
Just like one, like you know how I did the video of three single serve meals?
Is that what he wants?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we also give you the serving size. So like just recently we did low carb waffles. So the batter makes 4 large waffles. I gave you the nutrition for 1 waffle, so you can figure out like is 1 waffle enough for me, just one person, or will I want 2? Then you know how to break down the recipe. Just divide it by 4, divide it by 3, whatever you want to do. That's how generally things work.
How do you move into maintenance instead of weight loss mode? I think if you are in actual maintenance mode where you're not trying to lose weight and you're not trying to gain muscle, you're just trying to chill, you can just eat intuitively. And then if you start running into problems, if you're putting on weight or you're still losing, adjust. But my first recommendation would just be eat intuitively.
Before intermittent fasting, were you guys breakfast skippers already? No, I was not by any means. I was eat as soon as I wake up, eat right before I get into bed. I can still be that kind of a person time to time, but that's how I always was.
I was a breakfast eater just because it was the most important meal of the day and my mom forced me to eat. But right when someone said like you can skip breakfast and it's totally fine, I skipped breakfast and I wasn't hungry till noon. So it seemed to be a natural thing for me. But just lately we've stopped intermittent fasting altogether. We eat when we wake up at 7 o'clock. We eat before we go to bed at like 7 p.m. We go to bed at like 10. But we're liking that for now, just to change up.
Do you weigh your food and calculate macros for every meal? Lately we have been, but it hasn't been like tedious like it may sound because we meal prep. So we eat the same exact things every day. So once we calculate it, we don't have to ever do it again. And we've been doing the same prep for like 3 weeks now. So it's been calculation once for the 3 weeks. If you're more lean and you do a prolonged fast, so yeah, AGG sent me this article about the maximum conversion of stored body fat to energy in a single day, and it's cool. There seems to be like an upper limit on how much body fat you can actually use for fuel on a day. So that, in theory, if you're super lean, would limit your ability to do a long fast. I don't know. I noticed it being kind of tough, but I was able to pull off 4 days, and I could have gone longer. How about you? I'd hit my, not like a breaking point, but like just a point where I didn't want to just like force myself to keep doing it. I don't like to force myself to do things. I'm more of the intuitive kind. So like I don't like intermittent fasting, so I don't do it. Like I do what works for me. If I'm hungry, I'm going to eat. Matt, do you notice performance difference in
the bedroom on keto? I'm 1 month in and it isn't the same. Honestly, no. Really no change. One thing I have kind of tied to bedroom performance is calorie surplus versus calorie deficit. I think when you're in a calorie deficit, bedroom performance is heightened. When you're eating a lot, trying to gain weight, bedroom performance might decrease a little bit. That's just my personal anecdote.
I think you just generally don't want to do much. Like, you're less focused, right? When you're eating so much? Is that what you would say?
Yeah, and you're just like, I don't know. Maybe it's mental. Mostly
Feel
mental.
fat.
Yeah.
What's the best part of living in Atlanta so far? Good question. For me, the weather.
The weather? Oh, for me? I think it's the weather. Also, just the people are cool. They're nice. Yeah. They're not like super southern, which there's nothing wrong with that, but they're also just, they have the southern hospitality still, while being like urban folk.
Hi Casey, what is the prep you've been doing for 3 straight weeks? So it's actually on one of our vlog days. It's really...
We haven't released it yet though.
Yeah, no we haven't. But it's just broccoli, I do ground turkey, Matt does chicken breast, then we do an avocado, hard-boiled eggs.
It's pretty basic.
And like protein powder. Yeah. It's extremely boring, but it works for us.
Dr. Berg on his channel stated that you don't have to count veggies as your daily carb intake. Do you agree? No, I don't agree. I just count everything. I don't think there's really any merit to like setting these special rules about certain things. Like everything counts. Just count everything. Maybe his theory is like, say it doesn't count so people eat more vegetables. That's probably what he's thinking.
How do you guys move so much? Cali, Philly, Atlanta. Isn't it stressful? Yes, it's very... Moving is so stressful, especially with this guy. He does
tell him about when we moved to Philadelphia.
He does not take well to situations that he's not comfortable in. Like, cannot step out of his comfort zone. Yeah, he's very middle America.
It's true.
And he's trying to break free. But yeah, moving to Philadelphia. So he moved to Philadelphia. I was already there. July 4th weekend. I forgot to set up the electricity. My bad. But we couldn't get it till Tuesday, and we moved in like Thursday. So it was like 4 days. Yep. It was also like 95 to 100 degrees. It was really bad. No electricity.
And we were sleeping on the floor.
And yeah, we didn't have furniture. And we were working on KC stuff. So like we had to be somewhere with internet and electricity. It was bad. Do you guys get tired of your meal prep meals multiple weeks in a row? No.
No. I'm trying to just be a machine, like I said earlier. I think, me personally, and I think probably for most people, if you just become a machine with food, it like really just takes all of the mental energy out of it. And
but also we enjoy our preps. Like I love
that too.
Like if you pick one good meal even out of how many ever you're eating, and then you won't have that much trouble sticking to it. Like we picked foods specifically that'll hit our macros, that have veggies, protein, like we hit all the nutrients, but we also enjoy eating it.
True. How many total carbs do you aim for, and is it different for male, female? No, the net carb number we shoot for is under 20, and that's net carbs, not total. Total carbs, I'm usually around like 60. Usually I get around 40 grams of fiber or so. And is it different for male or female? No. The 20 net carb number just comes from the amount of grams of glucose your brain needs every day to run, which is 20. So if you're under that, you're in ketosis.
Would you make peanut butter? We actually did just make peanut butter. It's incredible. We have so many jars in the fridge of nut butters. It's bad. We will be releasing those soon.
Let's see here. What are your thoughts on Powerade Zero drinks? We drink them. A lot of people seem to think we drink them and they have electrolytes in them, but a lot of people seem to think they're like jacked full of electrolytes. They have a really small amount of electrolytes. If all you're drinking during the day for electrolytes is Powerade Zeros, you're going to have a bad time. You need more.
Mega, did you experience hair loss? So not in like a surplus or like not like any really distinct point where I remember hair loss, but I know like generally when I'm really stressed, I have more hair loss. Like I'll lose more in the shower, or I'll comb through my hair and more will come out. But so I generally try to just stay stress-free, and biotin is a great supplement I used to use for hair, skin, and nails that I always recommend. We track our macros on the free version of MyFitnessPal. Thanks. We try to be as dope as possible. When's the rap video coming out? We're going to a rap concert on
Saturday
next weekend, so hopefully he'll be inspired and actually produce something.
We're filming a day of drinking video.
Day of drinking. And we go hard, guys.
We're going to Streets Fest 2K17. If anyone's going, let us know. We'll meet up. Thugger is going to be there.
Diarrhea.
Check out citrulline malate. Yeah, I've been taking that lately, actually, pre-workout. Is there a powdered electrolyte supplement you use or recommend? Pink sea salt is good. I get potassium from food, avocados, and spinach, but you can also get light salt, which is a electrolyte powder, or it's a half potassium, half sodium salt substitute. And magnesium is pretty much a pill, or you can get it in nuts, cheese, mushrooms. Yeah, you can make bulletproof tea, just same recipe with tea instead of coffee.
Bust out now, I want to taste Matt.
You want to taste me?
Is that a typo?
Let's see here. Michigan.
So, Travis in Canada, someone I will just, I don't know you. We don't, talk or anything.
But I know of him.
Yeah, because he always comments, and it's Travis in Canada. It's so simple, and it's I always read his name before I read the comment.
Travis in Canada, are you a fan of the Jim Rome Show, by any chance? Because everyone who calls into the Jim Rome Show is, name from wherever. Do
you always drink hot drinks with a spoon in it, or just for videos? I think I always have a spoon in my hot drinks, if I'm being honest. When I make hot milk or coffee or anything, I just have to hold the spoon back. That's funny that you noticed that.
When does the Backseat Freestyle cover start? Soon. Martin Luther had a dream.
Negative. They all copy me. Okay, Travis in Canada's a robot.
Viewer giveaway for all those quest boxes you have. I'm actually working through those. I'm back on the quest bar thing a little bit since we're in gains mode here.
But we did consider that. So don't ever think we're not considering just giving all this away. If someone lived next door to us, we wouldn't be handing all this stuff away.
Question. So Stephanie Keto Person says don't consume nuts, cheese, and more. What are your thoughts? Is she just talking allergies, or are these things really slow keto?
We don't know what she means because we haven't seen the video and we can't just interpret what she's saying. But
I watch her videos sometimes, though. She just preaches a much stricter form of keto, which, is
works
fine.
For some.
Yeah, just play with. I mean, obviously, the more strict you are, probably the better your results are going to be. So, in my opinion, tailor the strictness. You want to find a good medium of something you can stick to and something that benefits you. For some people, it's just grass-fed meats and butter all day. For us, it's not that. For us, it's kind of towards that, but pretty much whatever fits our macros.
Yeah. So we want to sustain this for long term, and that's why we don't do it as strictly.
What do you think of weekly carb ups? I think I'm starting to think it could help. I've done one. We haven't talked about it much at all, though. But I did do 600 grams of carbs, and so my takeaway from it is I'm super insulin sensitive, so the mileage may vary because not everyone's like me. I ate a bunch of carbs, and 45 minutes later my blood glucose was back to fasting levels. So if you have a history of insulin resistance, it's not going to be the same for you. It seems like it could be helpful. Maybe weekly is a bit much, especially if you're going for weight loss, but
yeah. Sorry.
What?
I was going to say it also depends how long you've been on keto and your history with dieting. It's all very dependent, but I mean the best way to figure anything out is to just experiment.
Yeah, my personal recommendation would be not to do it at the start. You want to get fat adapted and then start playing around with that kind of stuff. And honestly, if you're going for weight loss, probably not the best. But if you start running into plateau a long plateau, it's something that maybe could help that. The big issue with carb ups is the slippery slope. If you can just do a carb up and then get back on the horse right away, it's probably good. But if you have issues with that, if it's gets in like you're mentally not strong enough to just do it once and then do keto, that's probably more of where the problem would come in.
And that's something you might know off the bat, but so if you feel like you're that kind of a person, then maybe it's not the best for you. But yeah, you can also do it in various forms. You don't have to do like an entire day. You don't have to do 600 grams like Matt did. You can do like just 100 carbs for dinner, like with fruit or something. You don't have to make it drastic. It doesn't have to be this big deal. So there's ways to do it.
Has anyone come up to either of you and recognized you from KetoConnect? One person has.
In IKEA.
She said, aren't you guys the people who do the keto bread? I've made your ice cream like 6 times.
And we were like, yeah, hi. We got kind of awkward. And then after she left, we were like, how do I look? Because we were just like browsing.
Did you guys see Happy Healthy Vegan's new video about you guys and Dr. Berg? No, I didn't.
No.
I'll check that out. But honestly, I'm not really into like the YouTube like back and forth of videos between channels and stuff. I'm more into just trying to provide value for people and not like make fun of other YouTubers.
Do you think it's bad?
I would have to assume it's bad.
Oh.
The Happy Healthy Vegan.
I've watched them before and they're super nice.
They seem super nice, yeah.
I don't feel like they would say a bad thing about anyone.
Well, it's about our What the Health video. It must be.
Oh, I see. Okay. Mm.
What else do we got here?
Do you have post office address? No, we don't. But we're definitely thinking of getting one. It's just, I don't want to be like, hey guys, here's my Addy, send me stuff. I just feel weird, right?
Yeah, we get sent enough stuff.
Yeah, like just from companies wanting us to rep their stuff. And I mean, also, what would you send like a box of kittens? Because then I would give you my home address.
Low carbohydrate diets are associated with a significantly higher risk of all-cause mortality.
Thanks, Tom.
I don't know why I read that one. He's just like saying it in a YouTube comment.
How has stress affected your keto journey? I feel like it's causing me to plateau, and I'm starting to get frustrated from not seeing results after a couple months of keto. So yeah, stress can play a huge role in any sort of lifestyle or diet, not just keto, in terms of plateauing, in terms of weight gain, for men and for women equally. So yeah, it's important to like get enough sleep and work on that. Like be mindful of when you're stressful and how can you change what you're doing, or how can you pick up something that'll allow you to break away from that. So like for us, we'll meditate like maybe 20 minutes a day or however long we can get in, and that helps us stay focused when we're working from home together. We're 24/7, we work out, we do everything together. It can get very stressful, trust me.
Starting to look at protein powder. What's your favorite? We like Quest, we like Isopure. I think I'm going to order this new one off Amazon. It seems to be a little cheaper.
Yet?
Not yet. It seems to be cheaper than Isopure, and it is 1 net carb per scoop. Pretty much anything that's low carb. I like to get whey isolate. That's the highest absorption rate by your body. 60% fat, 20% protein. How? Most fat comes from protein, right? No, a good amount of it can. And you want to be eating fatty meats. And also your ratios are wrong there, because that would be 20% carbs. You want to be like 70-75% fat probably. Add in a bunch of coconut oil, butter.
We need a carb-free gummy candy. Matt was working on one.
I was.
I'd never tried them though. We appreciate you too. Thanks so much.
Any GOT fans out there? Watch tonight. Yeah, I've been watching GOT. It's great.
Our issue is like, because I have HBO shows too that I love to watch, but like if you come on past 8:30, I can't watch you because I'm in bed by 9:30 and it's just not happening. So GOT we never watched till like 3 days later.
That's true. Last time we watched, did we do a doubleheader on Sunday? I think we did.
No, we couldn't make it for the second one.
Oh, yeah, you're right. But what if you're very overweight? Let's say 400 pounds for a woman. Would you do high fat even though your body has plenty of it to burn first? So that's why you calculate a calorie deficit. And so if you're doing like a 20 or 30% deficit, you'll naturally be eating the right amount of fat. But yeah, you want to do, like if you're 400 pounds and you have a ton of weight to lose, you can do a pretty severe calorie deficit. Just A lot of people, when they're really overweight and they start keto, they notice they're just not as hungry.
Also, if you are just doing the 20 net carbs and then you're hitting your protein goal, the rest is just going to be filled up with fat naturally. Yeah. So you're going to be high fat whether or not you kind of like choose it. I love babies, don't you? I'm about babies.
Me too.
I don't like see them and I'm just like, all right, I see you, bye.
Can you still have cashews while doing a ketogenic diet, or should you completely avoid them?
So we just made Dream Butter, guys.
Dream Butter. It has cashews in it. A little bit. Just count them in your macros. They're relatively high carb. What about glucose disposal agents? I'm not familiar.
Man, your channel helps me stay on the keto diet with all the good recipes. Thanks so much. We try to make things budget friendly, easy to make if you're not used to cooking, but also like delicious if you are missing that aspect. And then we have preps for people who can just like eat the same thing over and over.
What is your nut reaction?
I get really severe hives and like my chest, like just my throat started to close a little. It was really bad.
How are you resisting the Dream Butter? That's a good question. I'm actually not resisting it the best, but I'm doing a pretty good job of it.
We also have
4 jars.
4 jars of nut butters in our fridge. So there's 2 Dream Butters. So he's eating out of one, and I'm eating out just the peanut butters. We're working our way through it really quickly.
Not too quickly, though, because as I said earlier, I'm in machine mode right now. I have a goal in mind trying to get there. So I'm eating a couple spoonfuls a week. We've only had it for a week, and I've had a couple spoonfuls. I'm
eating more than a couple a week, but you know my body's used to eating a pound a day of peanut butter. So, yeah, Room 104
Fire.
Is insane.
The last episode was incredible. I loved it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's good. That was the best episode.
He was so resistant to watching it. And the first episode he didn't even watch. He was on his phone the entire time, and I was like, I can't watch with someone who's not going to be in it to win it. And then he finally came around.
Okay, yeah, here's the thing about macro calculators, guys. What macro calculator does everyone recommend? I've tried a few. So macro calculators, in my opinion, are just like a starting point.
Guideline.
You start there. Like if you've never dieted, never calculated calories, macros, or anything, run a macro calculator, get a number just to have something to shoot for, and that's just your starting point. Then you're adjusting from there. Every 2 weeks, weigh yourself. If the scale's not going down, it's probably the calories. I would scale them back like maybe 100 to 200 calories maybe like 100 calories every 2 weeks the scale doesn't move. And then you can kind of hone in on what your metabolic rate is. But don't just like plug it and go with one of the macro calculators. Like there's a lot of factors that go into what your metabolic rate is. Like your dieting history is a huge one. If you've been like calorie restricting for a long time, you could have a really low metabolic rate. And
day to day it changes. So, you know, if you experiment with a couple different set of macros, you know, every couple of weeks, then you'll know what works best for you.
Travis made the chicken crust pizza.
Dope. Go eat it. Enjoy it.
You lost over 100 pounds, started keto 3 months ago.
Congrats. How is Miley's eye?
Aww.
Thanks for asking. It's not well.
We love that about her, though.
Yeah, it's very one of her defining characteristics.
Yeah, it's just a chronic condition. There's no cure, so that's what her life is.
Tips for someone starting on keto.
I'm brand new to this. I do love your videos. Thank you. There's really no tips. I would just say don't overanalyze. Just start. Just start eating under 20 net carbs.
Maybe prep ahead of time by like plugging in the foods you're going to eat tomorrow into your macro calculator if you're tracking, and that'll ensure you're eating the right macros, and you're less likely to stray and just like find Dunkin' Donuts or something.
Do you do bulletproof coffee? What's your thoughts? I go in and out of doing bulletproof coffee. I would say my time on keto, probably like 70% of the time I've done bulletproof coffee. I like it. The thing is, if you have a low calorie, like Mega sometimes does 1,300 calories or something, it's tough to fit in like a full bulletproof coffee in those macros, right? So if you think drinking a bulletproof coffee helps you keep your calories under control, then it's probably good. But if you just like drink a bulletproof coffee and you're ready to eat breakfast, it's probably a bad thing.
Yeah, we haven't made cauliflower mac and cheese in a while. I love how many people make it and like their own variations. So many things you can do.
Does keto work for bodybuilding? We're trying to find out.
Yeah, we're currently working on gains. I made chicken crust pizza with Members Mark chicken in a can from Sam's Club, and I didn't like it. What brand of chicken do you recommend? Maybe you just didn't like the crust at all. You can try using ground chicken, or you can try using just like chicken breast.
I think maybe cooking it longer too. Was it crispy? Because if it wasn't crispy, maybe you didn't cook it long enough and you got like more of the canned chicken taste.
Can you use granulated in place of liquid stevia? No, it depends on what you're making, because the point of granular is to help like create the bulking you need for the recipe. So it depends on the recipe. Yes could be the answer when the original recipe is stevia, but it could also be no if it's going to add more bulk, right?
What are you doing different for keto gains? Just more calories? And a lot of people are recommending Goody Beats for building muscle on YouTube, on keto. Does he give a lot of his nutrition info out on his YouTube channel? I watch it once in a while and I don't necessarily see much of that.
Like his days of eating, he doesn't really give much.
But what are we doing different? We're kind of trying to figure this out for ourselves, how to gain muscle on keto.
We've upped our protein.
Yeah, so on a normal day I was doing Are you trying to fist bump?
No, but okay.
On a normal day, I was doing around 140, 150 grams of protein. Now I'm doing more like 200, 220 grams. That's like 1.2 grams per pound of body weight for me, so that's pretty high. And then my fat went down a little, maybe like 10 grams, and carbs are still really low. So that's what we're trying right now, seeing how it goes. We're also just going harder in the gym.
And eating cleaner. Eating clean is a huge part of it, guys. You can't just like push in the gym and expect results. You got to work on all ends.
Do you watch Eric Berg on YouTube? Yeah. We watch the ones that interest me, like a topic I want to learn about.
Will you do keto forever or switch to something? As of now, it's unforeseeable if we'll ever stop. Right? I love it way too much. I think there are a lot of circumstances, though, like if we traveled the globe, that I would be a lot more lenient, because I want to try different foods and I don't want to just restrict myself. It's all about sustaining and balance. Balance is a huge thing for us.
Feelings on maltitol. Maltitol. I don't eat it.
We don't.
Totally avoid for me, but you can kind of fit it in if you really want to.
A lot of people do the Russell Stovers, and a lot of protein bars have maltitol.
My recommendation would be avoid. What do you know about Keto OS?
We know, don't buy it.
Yeah, we know that it's just a bunch of multi-level marketing. I mean, it's...
Are you a high-performance athlete, Brittany?
It's beneficial for epileptic children and high-performance athletes. If you really want to try exogenous ketones, don't buy Keto OS, because you're paying for the multi-level marketing, because you're paying like the 6 different levels of the pyramid. Just buy like something from Perfect Keto has some. There's a bunch on Amazon that are like $40 instead of $140. So just try those if you really want to try exogenous ketones. But we've tried them. We don't recommend them.
You can put tomatoes on your salad. Just kind of your macros. If you can fit it, go for it. No foods are great, right?
Yeah, they have almond flour, so she couldn't try them. They're good.
Have you tried anything other than the donuts?
Just the donuts. They have allulose, which is cool. They have fiber in them. They're about 4 net carbs per baked good.
You should probably just take a bite of everything.
I should. They're pretty good, though. I would recommend giving them a try if you're on the fence.
What is the outro music? Valesco.
Valesco Cloud9. Google it. Or you can find it on SoundCloud. Valesco is the artist, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Cloud9. Trying to keep it all real food.
Michael Rappaport. I gotta look him up now. Can you draw my story how you met? Oh, that would be really cute and a lot of work, guys.
Draw my story? What does that mean?
Like, you draw out how you met and like you do like the
I would actually animation. We should do that. That's a great idea.
It would just take like half a day to do, longer. But yeah.
Yeah, we're thinking of what we're gonna do for a 100K subscriber video, which we're getting to, which is nuts. 100K subscribers.
Do we still do the keto boxes? Yeah, they're sent to us, but we didn't get keto.
We moved and they sent it to the old address.
Yeah, last month.
Evolution Nutrition BCAA Lean Energy. What are your thoughts on using this once a day or so? Only 1 scoop for energy and not your not a bodybuilder. What is the energy component of that? Is it just BCAAs or is there like some caffeine or something in it? I'd have to know more about it. But as far as BCAAs for weight loss, I don't think...
It doesn't oxidize your fat, guys.
Yeah, I don't think BCAAs make much sense for weight loss, for keto weight loss.
Yeah.
But for muscle building, maybe it makes more sense. You bet we'll have our own TV show soon. See, I'm a big believer in this. Visualize it and it becomes reality. Like, put it out into the world and it comes true. And the one thing I'm really testing this with is being on the Rachel Ray Show. I have this vision in my head of me and Mega, like, cooking a dish on the Rachel Ray Show, just chatting with Rach. And that's like, so I think that has to happen, right? If you put it out into the world, it comes true.
When you just said that, I like rolled my eyes hardcore, and I know someone's gonna see it and they're gonna call me out. But the reason I rolled my eyes super hard is because I am like that, exactly like that, and I was like that very, very long ago, like months. And I was telling Matt about it, and he was just laughing at me. I was like, "You call it to yourself, like." If you want something, you meditate, you chant on it. I used to chant a ton, and it was just so like incredible, and things were happening. Remember, I fixed the camera. Mm-hmm. Remember,
yeah,
I was like, I called it. Yeah, I chanted over something that we had broken, and I fixed it, and like
that was great.
Yeah, so. I have all these beliefs and weird like things about me, and Matt like makes fun of me.
I make fun of you in a loving way though.
But then you turn around and you're exactly like it, and it's like, I know who you are, Matt, and you're my baby. Like, we're the same.
How was the Butcher Box food? No lie, guys, it was actually really incredible.
So if you can cook a good medium rare
I wouldn't
steak,
even say that because I overcooked it hardcore and it was still pretty tasty.
It was still really delicious, but oh my god.
She cooked one really nice and rare.
The, what were they?
Top sirloin,
unexpectedly, the top sirloins were so good. Oh man. The chicken breasts were even good. Everything we cooked is super good. You
guys are going to be at 100,000 subs in no time, and well deserved.
Thank you, Lori.
It's funny because I think back when we started this channel looking at people that have 100,000 subs, and I was like, those people are like, they're like people that do YouTube. They have 100,000 subs. And now I'm just starting to think of myself kind of in that same light.
As a YouTuber. Because we honestly, we put our food blog first. Like, that's like where we started. That's our actual baby. And then this is like a spin-off of that to like help with that, but it turned into its own thing, and you guys are incredible. A lot of you don't even know we have a food blog, and vice versa.
How much was the meat box? That's a great sentence. It was 120? 130?
129 a month. But if you we have a promotion week that's coming up in September. Yeah. So wait until then, and you'll get like if you continue to order it, you'll get I think like free steaks for life or something.
I think it's just throughout the year or something.
No, it's for life. Yeah, it's for life, and you'll get a discount.
If you're thinking about getting the meat box, just wait until our promotion. Follow us on Instagram because that's probably where we'll talk about the promotion.
Yeah, and we're gonna do a video because we're getting another box. We're gonna do a meal, and then we're gonna talk about the promo.
Oh yeah, okay, you're right.
At the end of the month. So stay for that.
How does it feel to work from home? It drives me crazy depressed sometimes. I feel that. And I run to the nearest Starbucks to work from there.
It is nice to get out and about. We have each other, I guess.
But that also becomes kind of like its own prison, in a sense.
You are my prison.
It's tough. Like, we go to the gym most days, and that's really a good, like, I'm in my head, I'm in my headphones, and I'm just like lifting hard. That helps. We take Julius out a lot.
We'll take turns like going to the grocery shop alone, so we can just do our own thing. Like, we don't do everything together now. But we love working from home because like
I do love it.
It's you get depressed, but then like think about you could still feel just as alone in like a work environment where you're not comfortable and you can't just sit in your PJs.
Got a good, reliable macro tracker suggestion. We just use MyFitnessPal. I know a lot of people use like FitDay, LifeSum. Those seem to be maybe newer and better, but I've done MyFitnessPal forever, so I'm probably never going to switch. If you had to eat one meat based on flavor and versatility alone, what would it be? That's a great question.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
I think for me it'd have to be chicken of some kind. Chicken thigh? Probably chicken thigh with the bone and skin on.
Mine might be ground beef.
Okay, that is pretty versatile, you're right.
I was thinking like chili, meatballs, burgers.
What tips do you have for a new YouTuber? The biggest tip I would give is set a schedule of when you're going to release videos.
And do it.
And do it. No exceptions, no excuses. That's what we've done. We've never missed a day. I reached out to you guys and even purchased one of your programs and haven't heard from you. Alert! Is that true? Because
we
correspond with everyone who emails us for the most part.
Are you also in the Facebook group?
Yeah, reach out again if this is actually true.
Sorry about that. We hit emails that, we hit most, like 90% of emails.
Yeah, just email us right now and we'll get back to you if we missed it. We're usually pretty good with our emails. We don't let stuff fall through the cracks for the most part, but email us. How important is magnesium in your daily food? It's pretty tough to get a lot of magnesium from your daily food, so it might be good to have a supplement, but nuts is a good source of magnesium, cheese, mushrooms I started adding to my salads because of the magnesium. Is there a certain fish that is preferred on keto? I guess just salmon because it's the highest fat content, but really anything works fine. Because
you can add like butter to literally any fish and it just tastes so much better. We love fish. We haven't been doing it that much, but we have a lime fish recipe on our site.
That one's really good.
Check out.
Try that one.
We love that. Matt.
That's the only fish recipe we have, I think.
Except in our meal prep courses.
Yeah. Because the fish recipe, like if you look at all our video views, you see like all the dessert recipes, it's like 30K views, 50K views, and then the fish recipe, it's like 3,500.
And yes, Matt does tons of sardines, and apparently so does Anti-Gravity Gains.
I'm all about sardines.
They're the same people. We do need, once we get like a house or something, we'll probably have a lot more in terms of like smoker or sous vide, just because we'll have the room.
All right, like 5 more minutes probably. We're hitting the 50-minute mark.
Yeah, we were going to make it a short one.
We were.
I have to go to the bathroom too.
What's the most difficult meal you've ever made?
Cinnamon buns. It's not really a meal, but we haven't even done it. It's hard.
Yeah. 2 years ago, or the first day, we met in January, and then Valentine's Day was in February. I must have taken like 4 hours on Valentine's Day making homemade raviolis for her, and this was before keto. And then when I went over, we had dinner, and I brought the salad dressing, and she set the cap on the salad dressing, and she still always does this without twisting it. So I like pick up the salad dressing. I'm like, okay, of course I'm gonna shake it up before I put it on my salad. It just gets like all over me, and she had to do my laundry.
And then he made me do his laundry.
I did not make you do the laundry.
It was a month into seeing one another.
They were really good though.
They were really good. They stuck together though in the water. And then he made homemade oatmeal cookies.
Yeah, homemade oatmeal cookies for oatmeal.
We made sandwiches bowls or something with ice cream. Dag, that was really good.
You've been saying dag so much lately.
Well, it's better than that. Damn.
You should do another video with keto YouTubers. I really like those videos. We like doing that a lot too. It's just a big effort. Like we email a lot of people, a lot of correspondence, and everyone sends in different video sizes, and I have to like put it all together. And I think we'll try doing at some point more in-person collaborations.
Yeah, we want to do in-person for sure. Like when we visit Jason or he visits us, we're definitely going to do an in-person thing.
Dr. Berg says don't count green veggies in your carb count. Do you agree with that? We already touched on this earlier. No, I don't agree with not counting things. I just count it all.
We don't count the fiber, though. How do you eat your sardines, Matt? Straight out the can.
Straight out the can.
Salad dressing, we use avocado oil, olive oil, apple cider vinegar. Sometimes I use like a blue cheese. Not lately, but those are fine if you look at the macros. Do interviews on Skype?
I don't know what that means.
We do interviews on Skype for our podcast.
We've done 2.
Coke Zero, okay on keto. We don't drink... Personally, I mean, yeah, if you're fine with...
It should be fine.
Yeah.
Personally, we drink Zevia. It's sweetened with stevia.
Yeah.
Slight preference, but, Coke Zero is fine.
Yeah, I used to drink it.
Do you drink pop on keto? We drink Zevia pretty much exclusively at this point.
Have you gone to Vortex yet? We don't know what that is.
What's
is that skydiving place? That's what it sounds like, right?
Yeah, it does. We haven't gone to Magic City yet either. We want to.
So I looked it up, and you have to like at least spend $400 to $500.
Yeah,
you have to get a table
very
and
pricey.
bottles.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Magic City on a
and
Monday.
I was like, who would we even take? We don't have friends to take. If anyone visits, Magic City.
Magic City.
Just kidding.
Who are other YouTube keto people we should follow?
Jason Whitrock.
Honestly, yeah, Jason Whitrock. As far as YouTube goes, the guy that I watch his videos the most, and I'm like, this guy gets it, is Primal Edge Health. He's really good. I love his videos.
He's really cool. And he has a wife who's pregnant and on keto, so there's like a lot of information there. She shows her days of eating. I've watched those.
Yeah, he's really good. Check him out. We're just starting the
podcast hasn't been released yet.
McGregor or Mayweather? I think Mayweather's going to murk him, right? McGregor, like, the odds are crazy. Mayweather's like negative 1,800 or something.
Have you ever or would you ever do an egg fast? We have done an egg fast and we have videos on it. Looking back, I wish I was just like more in it as opposed to complaining. But I mean, I could foresee myself doing an egg fast again.
Do y'all do low carb keto to lose weight or for other reasons? No, the main reason is just general health, and for me it's like energy.
Yeah.
No crash, no ups and downs in energy levels.
Got in 52 minutes.
Yes.
Is it that late?
Salt tank floating, I've never done it, but if I did do it, I would do it enhanced. I actually bought a Groupon for one once, but I never went through with it. Joe Rogan must be the biggest keto YouTuber, right? I think you're using keto YouTuber pretty loosely there. Check out Thomas DeLauer. We check out Thomas DeLauer.
The skin and lips on both of you look great in Atlanta.
Thank you. We got a light on here, us too.
Yeah. Watch the show The Sinner. Okay.
The Sinner? We're always looking for new shows.
Getting back into keto after a cheat meal, just get right back in. Just mentally, don't punish yourself for the cheat meal. Just start strict the next,
Pretend it didn't happen. Just resume.
Just get back on track. All right, guys.
Is Thomas DeLauer legit keto? That is a good question. Anyone who's like, he's really jacked, right?
What is loose stomach?
Do you get loose stomach? I don't know if Thomas DeLauer does a strict keto diet. I guess I've watched some of his videos. He doesn't really go into his day of eating. He's just more giving out general health advice. Oh, have I heard of Binary Star Hip Hop? Are you kidding? They're from Pontiac, Michigan. I love Binary Star. Their first album, they actually went into the studio and one-taked the entire album because they didn't have enough money to buy studio time, and it's one of the best hip-hop albums of all time. Thanks, guys. A lot of love. Wait, are you from Michigan? Yeah, I'm from Michigan. Dearborn. Yeah, Binary Star is awesome. What else you guys got? Yaktown. Upper Michigan? Oh, I went to college in northern Michigan, the Upper Peninsula, at Michigan Tech. Can you have zucchini? Yeah, you can have zucchini.
Zucchini noodles.
Zucchini noodles.
I think Julius has to go out.
A lot of Arabs in Dearborn. Yeah, I went to my high school was 75% Muslim.
Good night, AGG.
Are there any veggies to avoid on keto? Yeah, there's a lot that you're probably going to want to avoid. Mainly like starchy vegetables, potatoes.
Sweet potatoes.
Yeah. Are you working on a dream butter recipe? We have it done. We just got to get it out to y'all.
That's why you hooked up with the Desi girl? What did he say?
Oh, because I'm from Dearborn?
Are there a lot of Indians in Dearborn?
No, there's a lot of Muslims.
Yeah. So that's not why he hooked up with me.
Desi? So what exactly does Desi mean?
Desi means Indian to me.
Okay. Is Himalayan salt a good thing on keto? Yeah. I mean, sea salt is good. The pink salt just has more trace minerals, I believe. Should we wrap up?
Yeah.
Megan wants to wrap up. I could do this all day, though.
So could I. Our Julius is crying. I think
we got to take him out. You're right.
We have a baby. Can't wait to try the waffle recipe.
Whoa, you're yelling.
Leave us feedback. You yell in the gym all the time.
I do.
And then I'm like, you're screaming. And he's like, okay.
Oh, yeah. I always
he gets so mad at me.
I have my headphones in and I'm just yelling so loud. It's funny.
And then I can't call you out. Like last time in the gym, you screamed so much.
Yeah, he has to go to the bathroom. All right.
Okay, bye.
We got to go. Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging.